Yep, countdown. All right, so real numbers we talked about yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess. We've got our irrational square roots, we've got fractions, we've got decimals, we've got positives, we've got negatives, we've got all of these different varieties of numbers. Our job for today is to put them in order from littlest to biggest or biggest to littlest. So we're going to take all these messy numbers and we're going to figure out which ones are the smallest and which ones are the biggest. So the first thing you need to do is you need to convert them all to a similar format. Convert all to same, not similar, format. So they either all need to be decimals or they all need to be fractions. That's it. All decimals or all fractions. I would highly recommend all decimals. That's my recommendation. I can't make you do it, but I would assume you're probably going to want to say all decimals. Now, obviously, if they're all in fraction form, it might be easier, but most of these you're going to convert into decimals. For example, if you have the square root of 8, you have negative 3.75, and you have 3 and 9/4. And I need to put these in order from littlest to biggest. This one is already in decimal form, so I'm going to keep it the same. Negative 3.75. 9, is that 9/4? Yep, 9/4. Oh, it's 3, comma, then 9/4. There we go. That makes more sense. So 3, is it already in decimal form?
No.
What could I do to it?
Add zeros.
So add 0.00. So this could be 3.00. Now what about 9/4? How do I convert this to a decimal? Yes. Can you tell me how you got to the answer?
Well, 4 goes into 8/4.
Okay.
And you add another 4 is 2.25.
Okay, so we've got 4 goes into 9 2 times. That would give us 8. So that's 2 wholes. And then there'd be 1 left over, which is 1/4 or 0.25. So for those that did not figure that in their head, we basically did this. 4 goes into 9 2 times. That's 8. That'd be 10. So that's 2, 8, 2, 0, 5. You just divide. So you end up with 2.25. Now what about this square root of 8 business? What 2 perfect squares are on either side of 8? Yes?
3 and 2.
So 3 times 3 is? So we've got 3 squared is 9. And we have 2 squared, which is 4. So is the square root of 8 going to be closer to the 2's or the 3's? 3. So how much? It needs to be between 2 and 3, but we want it to be closer to 3. So what decimal could we probably give it?
2.8.
2.8.
She says you need to call the help desk.
So 2.8. So we've got 2.8 is, it doesn't, you're not going to have to get exact. It's fine. So I've got 2.25, 3, negative 3.75, and 2.8. That's step 1. That is the bulk of the problem right there. Step 2, we need to order them. Put in order. That's it. Pay attention to what it's asking for. It breaks my heart when you do all of this work and it asks for littlest to biggest and you put them in order from biggest to littlest. So make sure you pay attention. Pay attention to the directions. Is it littlest to biggest or biggest to littlest? Is it asking you to go up or is it asking you to go down? So this one I'm asking you from littlest to biggest. Little to big. So what is the littlest number up there?
Negative.
Go ahead.
Negative. 36. No, negative 36.
There you go. So this one's the littlest. So I've got negative 3.75. Which one would come next?
2.8. Oh wait, 2.25.
2.25. And then
2.8.
the 2.8. And then 3.
And then 8.25.
There's no 8.25.
There's not 3.
It gave it to us. It's just 3.
Oh.
The last thing, put them back in the form that they were. Convert back to original form. So negative 3.75, what was it in the beginning?
It was negative 3.75.
Yeah, it was negative 3.75. What was 2.25?
9/4.
9/4. What about 2.8?
That was 8.
Say it again.
Or the square root of 8.
There you go, square root of 8. And lastly, what was 3?
3.
Just 3. That's it.